Hi YouTube, welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name is Michael and today we're going to look at a couple of multi-tools. So one of my friends the other day was asking me to recommend a multi-tool for something that he could carry around every day and what I preferred and what works and what doesn't. So what I've got is a selection of all the multi-tools that I have, and I'm just going to go over some of the strengths and weaknesses of each, and let's see if you can guess which is my daily carry. So I tend to buy only two brands really, and that's Leatherman and Swiss Army Knife. I find these are very good quality for what they are. They are more expensive than say a Gerber, but I find the quality, the fit and finish on these products is better than the Gerbers, and also you get a really good warranty as well. So I'll start off with the right to left, and I'll take you through each one and why I bought it and what I use it for. So this is the Swiss Army Knife XT Hunter. This is a knife I bought a couple of years ago, specifically for hunting. Has a nice locking blade. You're meant to be able to do it with one hand. It's a little bit awkward, but it can be done. The main feature on this is it has this locking gut hook. So when you are field dressing a deer, this comes in really handy. They also has a nice wood saw, which I really appreciate. This is great for running a ferrous rod along. It's a very sharp spine, works great. And it comes with one other tool, which is the Phillips screwdriver. Pretty basic. I normally carry that in my hunting equipment because it is a really good knife to have. Very easy to field sharpen. Second knife, I think this is the Camper. But it's one of the smaller Swiss Army knives. The reason I bought this was actually for fishing. So I wanted something that had scissors. So I tend to buy Swiss Army knives that have the corkscrew attachment because I do have a couple of things in here. So this is a small ferrous rod and this is some tinder. So this I can use for fire lighting. But it has the usual Swiss Army knife tools, large and small knives. Tin opener and a bottle opener, as well as small screwdrivers. And on this side, I think it has the awl, which is actually quite useful. Obviously the opener and also a package carrier or something you can pull a line with. I've also replaced the toothpick with another little Syrian rod. So this is pretty handy just to pop in your pocket, and you know you can always start a fire if need be. So this one is my Swiss Champ. I've had this for approximately 30 years now, and it's still going strong. I bought this when I was 20 years old and now I'm 50. So I've had it all that time. So it's basically the same sort of deal, obviously with more tools, and it's probably twice as thick as this one. I'm not going to go through all the tools. I do have a review that you can have a look at online, one of my videos, so I'll link that. So some of the unique tools that you get with the Swiss Champ is obviously the small pliers, which is actually really good for fishing, actually taking hooks out, for instance, and a little magnifier. And I've used this quite a lot to remove things like splinters. This comes in really handy. And it also has, just under where the bottle opener is, it's a small pin, which is great for getting out splinters and such. But I've had this for a long time. I bought it when I was in the military and it went everywhere with me. I don't really carry it as much anymore as I used to, because I do find it a little bit bulky. But if I'm going somewhere and I don't know what I'm going to be needing, then I normally throw this in my bag because I know at least one of the tools on here is going to come in useful. So with the Swiss Champ, even though I've had it for 30 years, I sent it away a couple of years ago to actually have it repaired. So they replaced the scales, they replaced the file because that had kind of worn out, and it's like new now. So I had all the broken tools replaced, and I think the cost to me was maybe $35. So that's another reason why I go for these branded models. the higher end stuff because you can get them repaired. Another thing to point out, if you're in a country like the United Kingdom where you can't have locking blades over a certain length, actually any locking blade I think, then these are legal. So it is just a folding blade, whereas this knife would not be because it has a liner lock. So it's something to take into consideration. So what I like about the Swiss Army brand is there's so many of these different things in different colors now and different tools. You can really browse through the catalog and pick out something that has the right set of tools for you. So you can actually go slimmer than this, and obviously you can go all the way up to the Swiss Champ, which is obviously very big. These things last and last, all of them actually. But obviously this one's 30 years old and it's like new. It's going to last another 30 years. So this will be an heirloom somewhere. But yeah, I think a very good investment. As long as it has the tools you need and it's with you when you want it. So this is why these smaller pocket ones are great. Then you'll always have the right tool for the job, or at least something that will get you by. Moving down the line, these are my Leathermans. This is a pretty unusual one. This is the Leatherman Crunch. So it has a set of vice grips, and that's the unique factor with this. It works kind of good, but it does fall apart. Like the holding power really, you should have something like a pin in there or something like that. Once it's locked on, it's fine, but if you're actually using it to do stuff, then it will kind of fall apart. But it's kind of unique. I probably wouldn't have bought it again because that feature where it just falls apart really annoys me. But it does have the usual tools, serrated knife, screwdriver blades, file, etc. So yeah, that's the Crunch. You don't see many of these around. So moving along, this is my Leatherman Rebar. So this is a cheaper Leatherman. I don't know if I would pay the $200 or whatever it is now for the top flight Leathermans. There's a lot of stuff that I don't really need. This I like because it has these nice pliers. Obviously that's what Leatherman more or less famous for. But it has the replaceable wire cutter blades, which I thought was actually pretty cool. And obviously you've got all the usual stuff, the knives, files, screwdrivers, things like that. Bottle openers, Phillips. And this one also has a wood blade, which comes in very handy. But I like this. This actually stays in my Jeep on the back of my seat. So if you are looking for a cheaper Leatherman without all the bells and whistles, this is a really good option. It's one of the cheaper end, but it's got all the fit and finish of the nice Leatherman stuff. So the last one I have is the Leatherman Free T4. So this doesn't have the pliers, but it does have the scissors, which I really like. It also has this nice lock-in feature, so the tools will just lock out. You can easily replace them. And it does have the blade, which is one-handed as well. It's a little bit tricky. And it has pretty limited tools. It has a flat screwdriver, a file, Phillips screwdriver, and then a small screwdriver. And it does have a set of tweezers. And another feature I really like is this pocket clip, which comes in very handy indeed. So that's 6 of my multi-tools. Some of my favorites are here. And the one that I use every day when I go out, if anyone can guess, it is in fact the Leatherman. Yeah, this is my my daily pocket knife. I've actually grown to love this very, very much. It has everything that I need. So it has something I can cut with, something I can snip with, and it has a screwdriver so I can tighten things or loosen things. And that's all I really use. It's been really good. I've had this for less than a year, but it's very nice. It's very convenient. I like the pocket clip because I know exactly where it's going to be. And for the money, it's a really good investment. I think it's going to last a very long time, and I really like it. So let me know in the comments which one you prefer, whether you're a Leatherman person or you're more of a Swiss Army person, and which one of these tools that you would carry every day. So until next time, take care. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.